going on, you guys? It's your boy Alex West Collects here, bringing you another figure review. And today we're taking a look at the newest SummerSlam Elite Wave, now shipping from ringsidecollectibles.com. As always, use promo code 4LIFE. It'll save you 10% off your order. So today we're taking a look at Randy Orton and Rey Mysterio. They are wearing their gears from their SummerSlam appearances. And you know what? This Randy Orton came back as a basic very early on in the Mattel Wave, and I've always wanted an Elite, so I'm happy that we're finally getting him in the orange trunks from when he wins the World Heavyweight Championship belt. Rey Mysterio, based on his gear with that whole custody battle with Dominik, he even comes with a briefcase from that match. You also do get the Build-A-Figure pieces for your first time in the line, child, Dominik Mysterio. Looks like Randy Orton comes with a shirt, maybe the torso, and you get the head for Dominik with his father, Rey. But these figures look great in the packaging. I really do love the blue and orange kind of design with the theme going through it. You can see on the front, you got the image of each wrestler. On the side, you got the nameplates. On the other side, you got the image of each superstar. On the back, you have the read-up, and you can see Rey does come with the head. And Randy comes with the torso and the shirt. So all the other figures in the wave, let's come back and get both these out of their packaging. And starting us off, we're taking a look at Randy Orton first. So the accessories he does come with are his two posing hands to do the infamous Randy Orton pose. You also do get the torso for Dominik Mysterio and a cloth shirt that velcros down the front. Take a look at that. That's really nice. He also does come with the World Heavyweight Championship belt. And taking a look at the figure itself. So, personally, I had this basic in my collection for the longest. And I was waiting forever for the Elite to come out. I actually got rid of that basic not too long ago. Not because I knew this was coming out. I just, I'm not a basic guy. I only really collect Elites. And sure enough, Mattel announced them. So, I'm very happy to have an orange trunks SummerSlam 05 Randy Orton from when he wins the World Heavyweight Championship belt, the youngest World Heavyweight Champion at the time. And this head scan is one we've seen before, so this was on an earlier Elite. I want to say Elite 47. Honestly, don't quote me on that. I don't remember the series. It's just there's been so many of them. And also the most recent Amazon Fan Takeover Elite set did share the same head sculpt, so we have seen this before. This is even the same head that was on that basic, just kind of, with that True FX imaging going on there. You can see he's got the torso that we've seen on most Randy Ortons, even the current modern day ones use even the same legs, same boots. But look at the beautiful designs on the orange trunks, sorry. You can see a little scraping here on mine. You got Orton on the back, and he really hasn't changed his gear too much throughout his career. So it's always been in trunks, kind of gotten the little logos on the sides and Orton on the back. Obviously, a lot less tattoos. You can see, so this does have the double-jointed pinless elbows, but for some reason, the tattoo just looks a little off on mine. I don't know if it's just printed a little too high on the shoulder, but you can see where the arm and the shoulder kind of separate at that joint. It just looks a little weird. I will point out that the elbow pads are using that newer, softer rubber material, so it will allow your figures to bend a little bit, but you can see mine has a little bit of a tear into it. I've noticed that with the new material of these elbow pads, while they allow more articulation, getting them on or off or anything, they always have a little bit of a tear, so definitely be careful with that. This one seems to be okay. You can see a little more flexibility than we're used to getting, but if you want to kind of take a peek look down low, you can see it is the double-jointed pinless elbows. Same with the tattoo on the other shoulder. You can see it just doesn't really quite line up. I don't like that. That looks a little off to me, so I'm taking off some points there. He does have the forearm tattoo as well. The back tattoo. And again, we've seen this on prior Elites, but I think this is the first time we're going to flashback Orton with the actual double-jointed arms. And jumping into some comparisons right off the bat, you can see even the arms here, how that tattoo kind of lines up a little better. And that's the thing I don't get with these Ortons. I mean, even the current day ones, I get. He's got the full sleeve tattoos. Every Elite, they just print so differently. And it just, I don't know, it just kind of throws me off. I mean, to me, it looks a little better on the Amazon Fan Takeover. You can see the tattoo, one looks bigger, but two, it connects a little better. And you can see even the arms. They're using some smaller arms for this Orton. Let's get that elbow pad down so you guys can see the size comparison. Look how much bigger that bicep is versus this one. I kind of like the bigger arms a little more on the Amazon Fan Takeover versus the SummerSlam Elite itself. But, I mean, I guess you do have the elbow pads to kind of cover that up. But even on the modern day Ortons, they used to go with kind of the bigger arms, like the Amazon one. And they've switched to these smaller arms, which I don't really like. I feel like he should have a little more size, especially a flashback Orton. He was definitely a lot heavier and had a lot more size to him. But you can see the head scan is very similar. Nothing too crazy there. There was, again, one more flashback. I forget the series, which actually came with this RKO t-shirt. I actually do have it displayed on this figure. I got rid of that one once this one came out. It just looks way better. And if you guys want to see a modern day Orton, I will bring one in as well. This is the most recent top picks that came out from Mattel. And again, you can see same torso, same legs, and they both do share that smaller arm. So I don't know if this is something that they just kind of reuse the parts off of the modern day one. Same arms that are on the Elite 90, but that is a look at Randy Orton and some comparisons as well. Next up, we have Rey Mysterio from SummerSlam 2005, and the accessories he does come with are 2 open interchangeable mic holding hands. He does come with a black briefcase, which was to hold the custody papers to Dominik inside. And you also do get the head for the Dominik Build-A-Figure, which we will get to a little bit later in the video. Take a look at the figure itself. This is a scan we've seen prior with some flashback Reys. Kind of reused. Does look nice. I like the dark navy blue. Kind of something different from as far as the figures that we've received in the past. Do love the detailing and sculpting on the mask. Got that nice white design on the back. Again, not so much tattoo detailing going to this because he's got the shirt on, but you can see he's got some tats on his arms. I will say these elbow pads are like Randy Orton's. It's a softer material. They are double jointed and pinless. If I can pull them down just a little bit, you can see that down there. He's got some tattoo detailing on the inside, on the forearm. Obviously, a lot earlier in his career with WWE, not as tatted. Same on the other side, more tattoo detailing. Looks really nice. Take a look on the inside. If I can pull that elbow pad down just a smidget. There you go. Taking a look at the shirt, you got 619. I will say mine has a little bit of a loose torso. That's a little annoying, but no detailing on the back. It's got 619 on the side of his pants. Another detailing on the other side. He's got the white shoes. And that's really all it comes down to with this figure. Nothing too crazy. Very kind of one with, I guess, a little simpler for the Rey Mysterios that we received over the years. And, you know, we've gotten a lot. So let's bring in a few elites to compare. So here's one with a bare chested torso. You can see more tattoo detailing that he's kind of gotten over the years. Look how much more of the sleeves he's got here versus the SummerSlam Elite. Here's the most recent one we've gotten from Mattel at this point. The top picks figure. Again, something similar to this where his torso is covered. And for fun, one of my favorites, a flashback WCW Rey where he has even less tattoos. This is one of my favorites in my collection. You can see the head scan on these two are identical, just a different mask, some different deco added on there. Take a look at the back too. So that is a quick look at Rey and a bunch of other comparisons. So here we go, the moment you've all been anticipating. We're going to put Dominik Mysterio together. You can see the arms. They did come with HBK. The legs came with Sensational Sherry. The head with Rey Mysterio. And the shirt and the torso did come with Randy Orton. So you will need to purchase all 4 figures from the set to complete Dominik if you do want him in your collection. So just like any Build-A-Figure, we'll snap the pieces in together. Hopefully this isn't too much of a pain in the ass to do. Wow. Got the torso. Got to give it a little bit of a push to get it there, but it will pop in. We'll throw in the arms next. No problems there. Put in the other arm. Popped in pretty nice. Let's pop on his head. Gave it a little push. And there you have Kid Dominik Mysterio. Let's throw on that cloth shirt to complete the look. His arm does want to pop out just a little bit, but seems to fit on there pretty snug for the most part. I know we've had some issues with some Mattel Build-A-Figures where the parts don't quite fit or the arms pop off, but this seems to work pretty well. So here we go. Dominik is all assembled. He looks terrified, but does have the nice blonde hair. I really like how this came out. Something very different for sure that Mattel has not done. But here you go. You got your own Dominik Mysterio. And wrapping up here with some final thoughts. But before we do that, if you guys haven't already, please make sure to hit that like and subscribe button down below. It really does help me to continue to grow this page to become bigger and better than ever. As far as these figures go, starting off with Randy Orton, I will say I was highly anticipating this figure. Like I said, I had the basic in my collection. I really wanted an elite version of it. We finally got it. I will say I am a tad disappointed, and I'll tell you why. The tattoos on his shoulders don't line up. Again, maybe it's just mine. I've had a lot of bad luck with QC lately with Mattel. I don't think that's the case. They just seem to not really line up, and it kind of throws it off a little bit, I will say. The arms are also a little too small for this one. I really do like the bigger arms that they use on the Fan Takeover figure. Maybe that's something you can swap and put on the SummerSlam Elite, but you will lose that double-jointed pinless articulation that does come with this figure. Other than that, I do like the tights. They really do pop. I love that he comes with the championship belt. He comes with the Randy Orton hands. The head scan looks great. So, again, I was really anticipating it, so I guess I'm a little more disappointed than pleased with it just because I really expected more out of it. As far as Rey goes, I'll be honest, not one of my favorites either. Not one of the most toyetic Rey Mysterios. Obviously, one of his biggest matches from SummerSlam. So that's kind of cool to have if you're a Rey completist. Doesn't really pop too much like the other ones. I do get that the navy blue color is something different from any Mattel figure that we've really received. So it'll look nice paired with Dominik. But moving on to the Build-A-Figure, another one I'm just not super excited for. Something different. I do appreciate Mattel stepping out of the box a little bit, but I feel like there's probably some other guys, commentators, or, you know, ringside announcers that we are still waiting for that we haven't gotten, and we now have a child, Dominik. I will say this kid figure will definitely fit well for figure photography, so that is a definite plus. And, you know, Dominik came out good for what it is. The head scan looks pretty good. I do like the cloth shirt. But again, did we need it? Probably not. I don't think so. Also, since this is the second video review of the full set, I do want to bring back Shawn Michaels and Sensational Sherri from this set. And I'm going to rank these figures from my favorite to my least favorite. I will not include Dominik in this rating, as I feel like the Build-A-Figure is a separate piece on its own. But my least favorite figure, number 4, I'm going to go Rey Mysterio, only because I just feel like there's so many more toyetic Reys that kind of popped, in my opinion. This one seems a little more on the plainer side, so I'm going to go with him, number 4. Number 3, I'm going to go with Randy Orton. Again, this was going to probably be at the top of my list, but for the gripes I mentioned earlier, I'm going to put him in at number 3. Number 2, Sensational Sherri. Absolutely love this figure. You will not need another Sherri figure from Mattel. This is the one to own, the definitive one, if you ask me. This is how I remember Sherri growing up as a kid. And my favorite figure from the set, Shawn Michaels. I love everything about it. I love the entrance gear. I love the head scan. I love his whole gear setup. You know, it really was from a memorable match for me for SummerSlam 2005. Obviously, I'm a huge Hulkamaniac. But that is my ranking from the set. I hope you guys have enjoyed this review. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram at AlexWestCollects, where I'll be posting a ton more fun figure photography on there. Also post a bunch of figure news and upcoming releases, so definitely stay there for your news feed. Anyways, I will catch you guys on the next one.